They say sugar-free snacks are the answer to sugar cravings. And today, well, we're going to put that theory to the test with some junk food. All right, so let's start with the cinnamon apple chips. Bare baked crunchy. We'll see about that. I feel like this would be like a really good thing, like instead of a cookie, like a crunchy cookie, to grab like a country chip. So I got the cinnamon ones because I just really like cinnamon. I mean, it smells pretty good. It smells like just like dried apples with cinnamon. Oh my god. I'm like the worst person to be describing food. Like, it's got like a crunchy sound to it. So it doesn't look super appetizing. If I was just going off of looks, this would be like a 2 out of 10. Like, it looks like a crinkled up. I think I can say that out loud. But, all right. The crunch is promising, like at first, but then like, you know, I don't know like how to describe it. It's like it's got this perfect crunch, but then like the more you chew it and rehydrate it with your spit, the more it gets like stuck in your teeth. And while it tastes pretty good, like tastes 10 for 10, like pretty good, the like soggy stuff stuck in your teeth, it's just kind of like an odd feeling. So I'm going to give that a 5 out of 10 for the texture. Getting a craving, a sugar craving, and having this as a snack, I think this would totally work. Unless it's like the day after you've given up sugar and like you had so much sugar, like this is probably not going to cut it. But later down the line, I think this would actually be quite delicious. So cinnamon ones of this, totally would recommend. I spent the last few months really trying to like dig in to sugar, figure out like what it does for my body, because I need some kind of a motivator to get it like out of my system, because it just felt like so out of control. And I feel like I'm getting a pretty good handle on that. I would definitely buy these again. This would be really good to keep on hand. And it's like when you're trying to overcome the sugar cravings at first, like you need some kind of like healthy-ish snack like this, that if you like binged this or like ate a lot of it, you wouldn't feel super guilty about. Because even if you ate the entire bag, it would be 385 calories for the entire bag. And while that's like, oh wow, that's a lot of carbs, you also get some fiber, but you don't have any added sugar. And like that's what you really need when you're trying to give up sugar, is just something satisfying like that. I definitely don't think that eating these cinnamon chips would actually like make you wish that you had more sugar and be like, well, that was a waste, let me just go have a cookie type of situation. These are going to become a new staple, and I also am going to try to look for some coupons for it because it's kind of expensive. But lucky for me, it was like buy one, get one yesterday at Publix. All right, next up, we have this Greenwise dried unsweetened mango slices. Now, I picked up a mango one and it had so much sugar in there. It's like 17 grams of sugar. And I was like, holy crap, like when you pick up dried fruit, you'd be like, this is really healthy. Like it's good for me. It's going to be great. But no, look at the sugar. It's crazy. So this was like the 4th brand that I picked up that did not have added sugar. So there's 25 grams of sugar, but that's because like fruit naturally has sugar in it. So no added sugar though. It almost has like, you know when you open yogurt to eat yogurt and it has like that kind of like sourish smell? That is what this reminds me of. But like, I guess dried fruit's not the best to like base off of what it looks like. So this is going to have to just solely go on taste. So it's not like as satisfying to bite into this. This is like if beef jerky wasn't all the way jerkied and it was like more chewy. I think the flavor actually tastes good, like mango. Like mango's really good. I don't think this would do for me for like satisfying a sugar craving if I was like in one and really needed it. Yeah, I don't think I could recommend this. I'm sure there's one that have added sugar that are a lot more satisfying because I actually made that mistake before when I was trying to clean out a bunch of sugar. But now that I have it, I will use it, but it's not going to be something that's going to be a very big deterrent for a sugar craving. Sorry, mango slices. Mangoes go better in margaritas. If you leave the agave out of the margaritas, then they're even healthier. We've got 2 more left, and I am going to save my most thing I'm excited for the end. So next up, like while the cinnamon ones were good, we have to try the Crispy Reds Originals. Let's get into this. And the ingredients is literally apples, so that's a really good start. The smell is weird. It's probably just the plastic and the, like what they put in here to like make it stay fresh. Doesn't smell like apples. It doesn't really smell like anything unless you're like shoving your face in the bag like I was. Probably not a good start. So we're not even gonna rate this on look, because if I was looking at this, I would think it was a piece of trash. I think I actually like this flavor a little bit more than the cinnamon one, and that's surprising to me because I freaking love cinnamon. I love cinnamon in everything. I'm gonna have to do this side by side. Maybe I got a thick piece. I don't think this has enough cinnamon on there. I recommend the regular ones over the cinnamon ones for sure. If you couldn't find the regular Crispy Reds, totally go for the cinnamon. There is nothing better than satisfying a sugar craving than having a sweet and savory combo, in my opinion. Toaststones, crunchy green plantains, no added sugars. This one has the least amount of carbs at 19 and 7 grams of fat for 1/3 of the package. Okay, this one opens like a chip bag. There's like crumbs all over the top. And it smells pretty good. Looks pretty good. Reminds me of the banana. Basically, plantains are like a banana, right? Oh, have you ever been to Benihana's? So it's Benihana's is like a place where they walk around with like the meat on the stick, and you like flip your card to green, and that means you want some. And then they'll come and put that down, and they'll like slice a piece of meat off for you to like grab with your little tong things and put it on your plate to eat. Anyway, so one of the things that they bring out to your table is fried plantains with like cinnamon on the top. I really sense a cinnamon theme here. But they bring those out and they're like a little bit caramelized. They're super delicious. Every time I go there, which isn't very often, I'm like, oh, I should really buy plantains and make this at home. And then of course I never remember and have never done it. Well, I thought the crunch was going to be a little bit lighter than it was. It was like a hearty crunch, like thick biting into that. But all of it was crunchy. It didn't do like these other ones where it, like you crunch it and once it remoistens, it kind of like feels weird on your teeth. Let me just... So like the crunch of it, it's satisfying. It basically eats like a tortilla chip. I would eat this over a tortilla chip, actually. I did not notice that this was sea salt, so this would not actually curb a sugar craving. This is more along the lines of this type of a situation here and not just like a sweet craving alternative. But as like a junk food, I would totally grab this and eat it. It feels like super salty and greasy. I don't think that I would buy these again. I do not recommend this. I do, however, recommend these. This I got at Costco, size bag. Recommend that size bag. And I'm gonna have to look for these at Costco because I would totally eat these like all the time. Let me know which one of these is your favorite, or if you would even like give any of these a shot. At the end of the day, figuring out what satisfies your sugar cravings is different for everybody. So I have a playlist up here of a bunch of different types of sugar-free desserts that I have made up that are all 100% satisfying, coming from a sugarholic. Thank you for watching. Tell me what snacks I should do next, and I'll see you in the next video.